Hey guys, what's going on? I collected $63,000 cash in November, so that was last month, and this is the exact AI sales process that I use. I'm going to go into detail exactly start to finish, so feel free to take every single element of this and start using it within your sales process. It works a treat. Obviously, I use post only organic content on LinkedIn, and that's how actually we build the leads and actually build the traffic. So you do need a traffic source if you're not using LinkedIn. And yeah, if you're watching this on LinkedIn or YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe. That would really, really help. I'm just going to be pumping the videos from now on, just repurposing from LinkedIn to YouTube. So I'm going to step through it. So these are the 4 tools that I use. Sybil, which is an AI meeting recording tool. Humantic, which is an AI personality profiling tool. Loom, which is a video tool. And Video Ask as well, which is another video tool. So let's kick into it. So the exact process that I use is I post content on LinkedIn and have done for 12 months. I've posted about this quite a lot before. And so this is kind of like my top of funnel, which drives the traffic. And it's been 12 months. And I started off building much more personal branding content. So you don't want to start doing this type of content. You want to build your brand, build your awareness with stories and journey posts, and then mix in how-to posts on how you actually do things. But you need to build the story and awareness first and building the authority. So I build this, then when somebody comes to my LinkedIn page, my LinkedIn is just a high converting landing page. That's all it is. So it just talks about what I do, how I do it, and then it just takes you through to one call to action, which is just go in our funnel. So if somebody clicks this, one click, it takes you into our funnel where there's a small video sales letter, which then you have to apply to our program. And then once you apply to the program, it takes you through to this sales page. And the only option here is to book a strategy call. That's it. So you go through, you can watch this 20 minute or so video sales letter, which talks about our program, and you just walk through here. And so then anyone that goes to book a strategy session, if they click on here, it goes to what's called a video ask. And so these are 8 questions that are asked somebody just to make sure, and the purpose here is to qualify somebody in or out. So if I look at all these interactions that happened here, if I click edit, these are all the videos. So you put together these videos and you can start using this tool for free. I'm happy to do another deep dive into any of these if you want to request it on or how you actually construct the questions. But a lot of these questions are we ask about budget, timeline, are they ready? And so it can qualify them out. But if everyone is ready, if they're ready, it gives them the option to then book a time directly on my calendar. And so then it pops up and then it shows the options. I'm actually booked up this whole month and only free on January when we actually come back from the break. So it actually it shows the times that you can actually book in. So this is kind of like a pre-meeting. The purpose is to qualify people out during the process as well. Now, once the meeting has been booked on my calendar, I'll then do some pre-research on the person. I'll also read through, I won't show that anyone's actual name, but I'll read through the questions that somebody's answered just to see if they could be a right fit. I'll check out their LinkedIn profile. I'll just confirm again and qualify them in just to make sure, because sometimes we'll get people applying, but they're still maybe not right for the program. So we'll just kind of cancel the meeting as well. Then, right before the meeting, what I do is I research the person using Humantic. Now, I'm going to put an emphasis on DISC profile. So if you don't know what DISC is, it's like a personality profile of someone. It's really easy to kind of really remember and think about and use it when you're in a meeting. And I'll show you some examples on how to use it. But Humantic is the tool that I use. You can download a free extension. I'm going to show you how you use it throughout the way as well. But DISC, it really breaks down. It's DISC. So you've got someone who's kind of more dominant, someone who's more of like an influencer, someone who's more steady, and someone who's kind of like more calculating. I can't remember the exact words of what they are, but I just know what all the traits are for each. There it is. Calculativeness, steadiness, influence, and dominance. I think I got it right. Now, based on whatever someone is in these settings, you need to kind of treat each meeting differently. So if someone's a high D or a high I, high S or a high C, you need to treat them differently in a meeting because they want to be sold to the way that they like to buy. And so I'm going to run you through some exact examples. So there's me. If anyone's going to sell to me, I'm a high D. So what that means is I just like to get stuff done and let's just like not stop stuffing around. So I'm quite self-confident, direct and candid. I don't like to go through details, just like, cool, show me that it works, let's get into it. It's done. So when you're selling to a D-type personality, you just want to be like, this is just what we're going to do. This is how much it's going to cost. This is how we roll it out faster. This is going to be the results. Let's just do it. And you just talk them through and they're just dominant and they just want to get it done. So that's how you sell to a D-type. I'll give you kind of a couple other examples. So Michael Newman is my old business partner. We're still really good friends. And Michael is more of a high C. So what a high C is someone who's quite calculating. So if you're selling to Michael, which I know this as well, and whenever we're on meetings, like you have to show return on investment. So if you scroll down here, when you say when you're qualifying or prospecting, I remember specifically in meetings with Michael, he was like, he hates when people waft, he hates when they waft or they just do a big pitch. He just wants to know how much is it going to cost, what's the return on investment going to be, show me the facts, show me the case studies, and let's just get it done. He doesn't even have to take a long time to make a decision, but just let's just get it done. And that's kind of like a high C type as well. So they will get it done because Michael's got quite a high D in there as well, but you have to show return on investment, otherwise he won't even look at you. And again, don't overhype it. So read through these sections before you sell into someone. But then if you look at someone like Greg, my business coach, Greg is more of an organizer, but Greg is also quite a high S and also a high D. So he does like getting stuff done, but also Greg is quite a high S. So he really likes to sit back and take time on his decisions. So if you're ever selling to an S, you say right at the start of the meeting, hey, look, I know we're just going to spend this time, understanding if this could be a good fit for you, this product at all. And I don't think you're going to have enough information to even make a decision at the end of this call. I think what we should do is book another call after this. That way you can go away and review it. And then let's come back after and talk through it more. So really allow them to take the time to process it and make a decision. That's how you sell to an S. You need to let them make a decision. But then someone like Jared, who I just been getting to know recently as well. Jared's an awesome dude. But Jared's also, he's like a high D, so similar to me. So Jared, just get it done. Like just show me how to do it. And let's just make it happen. So let's just not stuff around, because D types would rather just make a 70% decision than take their time and make a 90% decision, because they'd rather just get it done. Now, somebody who's a high I, and I'm not going to show any high Is because it's a bit of a cheat code. If someone's a high I, just get them really excited on the meeting and just get them to buy in the meeting. So if someone's a high I, it just get them really pumped and just like really excited. And it's like, these are the people, and I'm just not going to name any names, but if you know a lot of people who can easily get swept up into things, and I'm actually one of those people because I have quite a tendency to be a high I, someone that can get swept up into things and all of a sudden they're just like in this, pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing thing. They aim for high I's. So like blue personality types, they try and spot these people and they try and sell to them. So like, I'm not going to name anyone who's these people, but this is the pre-meeting research that I do to really get an understanding. So you know how you're going to sell to someone, because everyone wants to buy or get sold to the way they want to be sold to as well. So this is the selling to point. Now, during the meeting, I'm not going to run through that in this video. I'm going to make a separate video for that and a separate post going into detail how I run a sales meeting. I use similar version of Alex Hormozzi's closer framework on how to actually run it. But really, when you're in a sales meeting, you're diagnosing problems. That's what you're doing. And you're even seeing if it's a good fit. And you just want to make sure it's mutually beneficial before you move into it. Now, post-meeting, all I do is make sure in the meeting itself, we use Sybil, which is the AI meeting recording tool. Give it a go. It's freaking amazing. It just sits on all your Zoom, Teams, and Google Meet meetings as well. And what you do after the meeting, and I'm not going to show an actual client meeting. I'm just going to go into like one of our team meetings, which we had on our weekly huddle. What it does is it breaks down everyone in the meeting when they smiled and nodded, but more importantly, an exact outcome of the meeting, the exact next steps, the conversation starters, so you can talk about stuff for next time, all the takeaways, and all the interests and pain points. So you can really dig down into the interests and pain points. Now, hot tip, if somebody's ghosting you, a really easy thing to do is look back into Sybil, see what their pain points were, and just like shoot them a text. Hey, look, I know you haven't got back to me. Are you still looking at solving these two problems? And just a really good way. And if they're like, no, I'm not looking at solving them, of course they're looking at solving them. They're just delaying you. So use this, and then I click AI follow-up. And then what it does is it crafts me my follow-up email, which is, you don't have to send any more follow-up emails. It's like freaking insane. And then I'm not going to show you who it is, but like this is, an actual follow-up email that I sent to a client when we actually caught up with them. And here I embedded the Loom video into the follow-up email, which has all the details, and you can purchase here as well. And that's pretty much my exact AI process. If I go to the actual Loom video, when they click on it, it opens it up here. And then it just goes through, all the different chapters of it as well. So this is quite personalized and really adds an extra touch as well. So this is the exact AI sales process that I use. Obviously, I'm not talking about generating traffic, but this is more of a conversion funnel, both qualifying people out, making sure they're ready to buy and all that kind of stuff. And this is exactly what we teach, like in our program as well. So if you want to check it out, go check it out. But come back to me, any feedback or anything you took away from this, I'd love to know as well. And just feel free, just DM me any questions how you want to use it as well. I'm happy to run through it as well. Anyways, happy Saturday, everyone. We're going to be heading off to the beach soon, but catch you later.